Welcome to another episode of Comedy Wham Presents. With me, your host Valerie, and sometime kitty co-hosts Ms. Purrington and Mookie are back at home. We're recording from Fallout Theater's podcast studio. Thank you, Fallout. ComedyWham.com is your place to go for features about all Austin comedy. In addition to podcasts, Comedy Wham brings you articles, album reviews, show reviews, our advice column, our listing of festivals from across the country and the world, our FPIA contest page, and my articles for the Austin Chronicle, thebarbedwire.com, the San Antonio Current. That's the list. Okay. About Austin and Central Texas comedy scenes. Our most popular feature is our events page for live comedy shows in Austin, Houston, and DFW, where 100% of the entries that you see come from comics and producers. Click the Submit a Show button from the top of the homepage or events page to fill out the survey to get your show listed. It's free and easy. Tag us on your Instagram stories and we'll share your show promo to our followers. We also offer paid promo pushes on Instagram. Speaking of events, come check out our new passion project show, Improv Vintage. You bring an item and watch it come to life in a fully improvised performance. And coming up on February 27th, the Comedy Wham Showcase is headed to Meridian 98 at the top of the Sonesta Hotel in Bee Cave, Texas. We've got headliner Roderick McDaniel and featuring Ashley Sharma and Matt Banwart. So come check it out. It's free. Yay. And, by the way, Improv Vintage is on the first Wednesdays of every month at Fallout Theater. God, we love Fallout. Okay. Want to support these resources that we provide? You can donate to Comedy Wham on Venmo or Patreon. Click the Support CW icon on our homepage to see the ways that you can help us. Our podcast was launched in 2016 to bring you funny people and their stories. As a fan, I like to delve into a comic's background and motivations, and we usually take a detour along the way. Consider the interview a way for you to get to know the folks that make the Austin comedy scene one of the best in the country. If you like this podcast, please rate and review us. Today, we are talking to somebody that you're probably thinking, wow, you're just running through this entire show's cast, and that may actually be true. This guest is in two incredible improv shows, Fuck This Week and Garage Improv. Both of those are here at Fallout Theater. Fuck This Week is Mondays, and Garage is on Thursdays. She's also part of the Big Fart Sketch Group. And now, Comedy Wham presents our guest, Maria Pond.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, you're welcome.
And congrats on 10 years.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy.
I know, that's wild.
Yeah. When I was first pitching the idea to a friend of mine, she's like, because I said I want to do this every week. And she's like, you're going to run out of people. And here we are 10 years later. Of course, it does kind of help that now I'm dipping more into the improv scene.
Yeah.
But there's certainly, and especially post-pandemic, there's no shortage of comics to interview. So.
Especially when people like continuously start taking classes again and that sort of thing. So
yeah,
revolving door.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, Maria, I like to start off these interviews with a question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Have you done homework on this? You said you've listened.
Well, I mean, I've listened, but
you're not ready.
No.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
I actually like that.
Okay, good.
One word to describe your past.
Floral.
Oh my God! Nobody has ever said that.
What?
That's amazing. Wait, why?
Okay. Well, I was thinking. Well, maybe because I just got flowers, but also, like I was emptying out a vase this morning. But, well, I guess because flowers, like they sometimes they need watering, and sometimes they're in bloom. So, I feel like the past isn't like always. Sometimes it's like up and down. So. Yeah. There were moments where I was in bloom and sometimes I needed water.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go with floral.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up?
In Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Hampton Roads area. So Virginia Beach, Chesapeake, Portsmouth. I was born in Portsmouth, Virginia.
Okay.
P-Town.
All right. And did you have like a performer's bug or itch when you were growing up?
Yeah, definitely. But I was kind of like, I feel like I would describe myself as like a shy social butterfly growing up. Like I was always like cracking jokes and stuff, but I like with my friends.
Yeah.
And like if it caused like a disruption in the classroom, I would not want attention for it.
Oh.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Rule follower?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, like I would sit in kind of like the middle to the back of the classroom. Like I still want to be involved, but I'm cool with coasting and going unnoticed.
Yeah.
And yeah. But it was a little tricky because I feel like in like middle school was like super tough, but I feel like that's kind of common for everybody.
Yeah.
Because middle school, they built like a new middle school for people. Or because I guess because it was like growing, our area was growing. But I moved just before middle school. So I got separated from my close friends.
Okay.
And so middle school, I feel like is already terrifying enough. And then it was even scarier because my friends weren't around.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I was pretty quiet in middle school. And I was in band, and it was just, I didn't eat like lunch with people. I like went and practiced band with the band director. Because I was just like, I wasn't like eating lunch by myself. I was instead I would like, well, I'll just play the flute.
So flute was your instrument?
Yep. I was a flautist. And I did that for a while. And then I did do some drama in middle school.
Okay.
But so a little bit of performing, but it was kind of, I don't really like remember what the plays were that much.
Yeah. So you were a band kid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Band kid for sure. And I did marching band in high school and that sort of thing.
Ask. So performance, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But kind of in the a one in the middle of a whole of other students.
Yeah. And then I remember in middle school, there was even, I don't know why I'm talking about middle school so much. And there was even like, I remember I got called to the principal's office one time. And then, I know, right? Nightmare. And then they're like, you're getting a referral. And like, that's, if you got a referral, you're getting like written up.
Oh no.
That's what they called it. But then they're like, it's a good referral.
Oh.
And I was like, what?
Oh, the misdirect.
So I had to go, not only did I get called to the principal's office and get a referral, but then I had to go back to class and be like, oh, I got in good trouble. It was so embarrassing. So yeah, that was a nightmare.
Especially if you just don't kind of want to blend into the walls.
I was like, this is not a good campaign to start. Like, don't start good referrals. Like, these kids we're not going to like this. So that was a nightmare. Yeah. I wish I still had what that was. Yeah. Like, good referral. You're on time. Or...
Well, we know you're not on time.
Okay. That's because my mom named me Maria Von Trapp after Sound of Music.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. And then she was like, well, little did we know she'd be late to church all the time. I'm like, okay, Mom.
Oh, so this is a thing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I feel slightly... I don't know how I feel.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
That's hilarious.
But then in high school, I got more involved with drama. Even though I was doing like marching band, I got a little more involved with drama. But I did a lot more like stage stuff, like stage management stuff. And then I started like dipping my toe a little more into like comedy stuff in high school. And
what do you
like
mean
children's
by that?
theater.
Okay.
So like, because we started doing like plays and a little bit more of that, and I feel like I would always get like kind of like more comedic roles.
Okay.
And then my mom said my first role ever was Baloo the bear, and she said I took it very seriously from Jungle Book, and I don't remember that, but she said that's what it was.
Wow.
But
so you went from kind of hiding to being the performer on stage.
Yeah.
And how, as the usual wallflower, did that make you feel? It was obviously not that memorable to you, but...
Yeah, I feel like in high school, I started in drama club. I loved drama club. And especially, and I loved marching band, and I loved performing all of those things. And it definitely helped like get me out of my shell a little bit more. And as far as drama club went, I really didn't start finding my footing until senior year. And then it was like, oh, time to go. And we had this pageant at my school called Mr. and Miss Western Branch, because, it was Western Branch High School. And we, like, everyone had to do talent. And I was like, okay, I'm going to audition for this thing, but I'm not going to tell anyone. And so I auditioned, and then I got it. I got in, but I auditioned with, like, a humorous monologue. And everyone was like, I thought you were going to play the flute. They're like, I thought that's all you did. It's like, no, it's not, like, my identity. And I did, I loved Lily Tomlin's Edith Ann off the Laugh-In, that like old TV show.
Yeah.
And I compiled like a bunch of like of her funny sketches of that and just like morphed them together, and like I edited them together into like a tiny little compilation. And then I did that.
Wow.
And as a sketch, and I had my mom's friend, I had him like build this like oversized chair for me to make me look like a little kid.
Oh my gosh.
And so I did that monologue, and like, people thought it was like, people my age thought it was funny and humorous. And like I did like a nasally voice and everything,
thank you.
and it was super funny. And I was like, I had a dog named Buster, and I just like, because I loved, Lily Tomlin and everything and all of that character. And my peers, they thought it was funny, but all the parents knew who it was. So I thought that was so funny.
You won them over.
Yeah. So I thought that was really comical how the parents knew what it was. But like my friends were like, who are you talking about? I was like, oh, never mind. And then, so that was a really fun experience. But then, so then after I did all of that kind of stuff, it was like kind of time for me to go. And then it was, and then in college, I went to Old Dominion University, and that's when I started doing improv.
Ah, okay.
And that really, like, improv really gave me like a lot more confidence, I found.
Yeah. What was it that steered you into improv?
Oh, it was a flyer.
Ah,
it was a flyer. Yeah.
Sometimes paper can change the world.
Yep. It was a flyer that was like, do you like SNL?
Oh.
And my professor, because I was majoring in communications and minoring in theater, I actually switched I originally started majoring in theater.
Okay.
When I went to college. And right when my freshman year, I was like, I chickened out and changed my major. And I was like, I'm going to minor in theater. And the theater department was like, are you sure? Like, we think you should reconsider. I was like, oh, that's very kind of you. But yeah, I'm sure. So I just kind of like chickened out. And looking back, like, sure, it would kind of be cool if I like wonder what would happen if I like stuck with it. But, what's the phrase? Everything happens for a reason.
Right.
Yeah. But like, hey, for anyone's listening, I rolled my eyes. But it was a fun experience, and I got to minor in theater, and I feel like that was a whole different experience for me because in a way, I feel like I took it really seriously for those classes that I did take, because it was like just a taste.
Yeah.
And that, I don't know if that makes any sense, but college was kind of hard for me. Because it was like, I don't know, I was a little all over the place.
Huh.
It was kind of like, oh, I could see myself doing so many different things. It's hard to focus. What's happening?
Yeah, you're almost having to learn how to stop hiding.
Yeah.
From the things that you were able to successfully hide during, regular school.
Yeah. And I think that because I was I don't know, I sat in the middle of the classroom and I was so used to it going unnoticed in certain situations. I think it was easy for me to go unnoticed in college. Of like, no one sat me down to be like, hey, what do you want to focus on? Or like, hey, what do you want to, let's talk, let's have a conversation. Nobody, which the whole point is to not be handheld. Right. But like, nobody held my hand. I think that's kind of the point. But like, you know, I don't know. I think it would have been kind of nice to have one guidance counselor.
That's weird that you did.
Yeah, and I never did.
That is
so it's kind of bizarre. Yeah. But yeah, I never did. And I think also it's important to mention that I was the first like person. Well, I guess like my brother before me went to college, but I was kind of the first person to really like take it a little more seriously. Going to college in my family.
So they didn't know how to guide
so like
you
no
or
one was
tell
really
you, you know, it's kind of weird that there's no counselor for you.
I grew up with a single mother, so it was like, okay, what's my focus going to be? And also I think with that, like, I do have like a like that, I feel like the actor in me and like that playful side in me, it is like, oh, I could see myself in Scrubs and helping people. Like, that looks cool. Let's do that. Like, oh, wait, I could see myself like teaching kids. Let's do that. That sounds like a fun class.
So a little,
I'm kind of like all over.
Whimsy.
Yeah.
Let's try this. Let's try that.
Yeah. And then, but I really did. I loved my acting classes that I took. And I forgot where I was going with all that, but it was interesting.
It's right there in the introduction. Yeah, we meander. Exactly. I don't say meander, but we wander.
Right. Yeah.
So let's go back to that improv experience that you had.
Right. My professor. He was like, "Hey, my wife is." It was a comms professor I had, and he goes, "Hey, my wife has this. She's teaching an improv class on Saturday. If anybody wants to do it, it's just like paid what you want." Pay by donation. And I was like, oh, heck yeah. This is what I've been waiting for. Because none of my acting professors would let me do a comedy. It was always very serious and like poetic and Shakespearean and like very theater. Yes.
Yeah, the tagline of "Do you like SNL?" It's like just got
yeah. So I was like, oh, I'm going to do this. And so when I did that, looking back, it was really just like getting together on a Saturday and doing a bunch of improv warm-ups. But it was so fun. And we would pay like $2 each or something silly. And we had so much fun. And it was at Old Dominion University, also known as Old Dirty. And we called ourselves Dominions. Dominions.
Wow.
And we ended up doing this little improv competition in like Richmond at Comedy Sports, which was quite the experience.
Yeah, I bet.
And they ended up putting like a paper bag over my head during that, which was really weird.
Prop improv?
It was like, it was like comedy. Like they said I was, like I remember I said like corn on the cob, and they said I was being provocative. And I was like, whoa, y'all took what I said and went there. And I was not going there. Because, like, if I say anything provocative now, it took me a long time to get here, okay, y'all? Like, I used to be a little bit way more buttoned up. Like, Virginia Maria, no. So, yeah, when they said corn on the cob, and they were like, hey, she's being dirty. And I was like, whoa, no.
Well, that's hilarious.
I meant corn.
Flash forward, you are kind of a dirty person on stage. Like, that's one of the things that I've noticed about you when I've seen you. It's like, you never know what Maria's going to say, but sometimes it's going to be like, oh, she's dirty.
Okay. Wow. I'm appalled.
Am I wrong? Am I thinking of somebody else?
I feel like I just go where the content takes me.
Yeah.
I follow the fun.
Yeah. I can't remember if I was talking with Alex or with Ariel. I feel like this is an Alex conversation that we were talking about you and how you look so innocent and sweet and
oh God.
But then you come up with like you say things that catch the audience by surprise. Like, her? She's saying that?
Oh, what is it? Because I've got on a crew neck? Huh? I can't say something? Wow. That's so funny. Yeah. I love Alex. Love Iriel. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I think, too, like, when you're playing with people that you've been playing with for so long, mm-hmm. and that you, like, trust them on stage, sometimes you could just, like, say whatever.
Right.
Whatever. Yeah.
So how long did you do the improv in college?
I feel like it was about a year, if I'm not mistaken.
And did you learn fundamentals?
Yeah.
Did you actually get past just warm-ups on Saturdays?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, because we did a lot of, like, yes-anding and just, like, really basic stuff. And I remember when I told our instructor that I was going to be moving to Austin, she was like, that's going to be great.
Oh.
You should continue doing improv. You should look into it. And I was really excited. And the first thing I did was look at places to do improv. And I found Cold Town. And I decided I was going to do classes at Cold Town Theater. Mm-hmm. And let's see, I moved here in July 2012, and I started classes like that fall.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I remember I had like kind of a weird trajectory with classes because after I did my first class, or after I did level 2, they didn't have enough people sign up for level 3. So I got an email from Cody Deering at Cold Town at the time that said like, hey, like you're welcome to take level 2 again for free. And I thought that was so nice. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. Sure, I'll do that. And then it ended up being with Dave Buckman.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, cool, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then they were like going around the room doing introductions. And they're like, why are you here for level 2? And I was like, I'm here for level 2. I just completed level 2. But they said like I failed. And then he was like, oh. And then I was like, that was a joke. and then it was like, okay. Because like at first he was like, I didn't know what to say. And then I was like, okay. But then that's where I met, I started meeting people in Loverboy. So like, I think about like, wow, if that hadn't happened, that would have been kind of wild. I would have like been in a whole different class level than Loverboy.
Huh.
So, that's when Loverboy started happening.
Okay. And did the classes allow you to actually complete?
Oh yeah. So that's when I did not have to repeat another level. Yeah, I did not have to repeat another level. And then with level 3, let's see, I had level 3 with Lance Gilstrap from Midnight Society, which is kind of wild that he was my teacher. But back then, when I looked up to him as a professor, or professor, I love how I say professor. But when I looked up to him as a teacher, he was like, he was giving me like notes, and he was like, Maria, you're really funny. I think you should, keep doing this. And that really did, like, sometimes I think it just goes to show you how much teachers have influence because like those words really were encouraging to me. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Thanks. I like in my head, I was like, I think I am going to keep doing this. And I kept doing classes. And I went all the way up, through the program at Cold Town. And I then did the advanced program that they kickstarted. And then, if that's like the right way to say it. And then I did like a couple sketch classes. Yeah, I was like in it. I did all of it. And then I think I did like sketch like 1 and 2 or something like that. And
how did you
kind of
did you like sketch?
Yeah,
as much as you liked improv?
I love sketch. Yeah, I love sketch comedy. It's one of my favorites. I think that, I mean, I'm thinking a big fart when you ask me like if I like sketch.
Yeah.
And it also brings me to my first sketch show, like my one-woman show that I did in 2017.
I didn't find that.
Yeah, I'm not the best at posting on Instagram. In 2017, I did my first one-woman show, which was called Someone Has To.
Okay.
And I did that. Erica May McNichol directed it. Okay. And I performed it at Austin Sketch Fest and Out of Bounds Comedy Festival. And it was a blast. Yeah. But, and then, the thing, I think it really like gets me into like the character work and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what was your first improv troupe?
I want to say Loverboy.
Okay.
Other than like class troupes.
Yeah.
That you come up with as like assignments. I would say Loverboy was my first troupe, I think. I could totally be wrong on that, but I think it is.
Did you have to audition?
No.
Okay.
No, actually, I was in class. I was in level 2 with Dave Buckman, and sometimes they like, I don't know how it is now, but they let you like jump around, and like you could jump into class. Like if you were in that level, you could like jump in, like sit in that class if you wanted to.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I remember Chelsea Bunn comes over, and I was like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm here for you." And I was like, "For me?" And she was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Taylor Stewart is starting this new troupe called Loverboy, and we want you to be in it."
Wow.
And she's like, "Yeah, we're gonna have our first rehearsal." And I remember I showed up to that rehearsal. Like I was like, "What? You're thinking of me?" I was so stunned. And I showed up to that rehearsal, and Sine Hale was there, and Kim Lowry was there, and it was like the coolest thing ever. I think Stephanie Thorson was there, and we had this rehearsal at the Coletown Conservatory when it was off of Airport in that little shopping mall. Yeah, there was that little strip.
That.
Yeah, and that
Did
was
you feel
the
like you were one of the cool kids now that you got like handpicked for?
Oh yeah, like it was so awesome. I mean, honestly, it didn't even feel like that though. It was more of like this, like it was just this like really cool like girl group bonding thing of like, it didn't feel like a club. Yeah. That like we like of like exclusion, inclusion. It just felt like we were there to have fun, and we were going to work really hard. And we busted our asses that first year. We really did. We started working hard to do shows. We did Cage Match first, and then, which is like what, Throwdown now. And then I remember it was like the summer, and we started doing like like one show a month or something like that. And then we got like a monthly run, and then we did like this date night show, and then we got the Wednesday night slot, and then next thing you know, we were on the Friday night slot. Like we were just like crushing it. It was so fun. And we did for Friday night for like 5 years straight.
Wow, that's impressive.
Something like that. Yeah. And I think I could have the date wrong, but I think we got Best New Troupe like 2015. So we were pretty early. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was the year. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Wow.
Timeline wise.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Because you moved here in 2012.
Yeah.
And what happened after Loverboy?
I got let's see. I joined Fuck This Week in 2017, I think.
Okay. So you've been with them for a long time.
Yeah. So I auditioned for that. And then around the same time, I was asked to join Midnight Society.
Okay.
And Danny Gonzalez and I joined that at the same time. And I remember like that was around Christmas because I just remember like the decorations when we went out to celebrate. And that's how I remember that because it was like quite charming.
Yeah.
And yeah, because I remember Lance Gilstrap asking me because he was like, I know you just joined Fuck This Week. So the answer's probably no. But and I was like, wait a second. This can't be happening. I was like, 3 troops a week.
Whoa.
And obviously this was like pre-pandemic. Yeah. So like, I'm looking back, I don't know how I did it. Because it was like wild. It was like Friday, Saturday,
that's a lot.
Friday,
Oof.
Monday. Yeah.
Plus rehearsals.
Yeah.
That's
it was
too
a lot.
much. It's too much, Maria.
But I mean, it was a blast.
But if you love it and if it's with people that you really enjoy and are vibing together, then it's kind of hard not to get lured into that.
And I mean, Loverboy was like, it was like one brain on stage. That's the only way to kind of describe it.
That's cool. Yeah.
It's like, and anytime I play with like Laura De La Fuente or like Stephanie Thorson, it's like, sometimes like Kim Lowry still lives here. It's like sometimes like her and I can just like look at each other on stage when we ever have the opportunity to play, like, and we'll be like, oh yeah, we still got it.
Oh,
like,
that's awesome.
It's a really sweet little thing.
Yeah,
it's fun to be reminded of those little special moments.
Sorry, because it's fill out. Yeah, I'm very much in the infancy of my improv experience, so we're not there, but I can kind of see glimmers of it with my group, and it is a cool feeling to know that you can kind of look across the sidelines and say, yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Let's see, where do I want to go next, or do I want to take? Oh, I do. Let's take an intermission here with the card game. Where should we begin?
Ooh.
This is so easy for improvisers because all it is prompts.
Yes.
Okay. So, Where Should We Begin by Esther Perel, psychotherapist, according to somebody who told me to say that. It might have been Danny. Because I can't remember if she's psychologist or psychiatrist. Anyway, and it's always better to explain a joke, right? So,
right. Yes, of course.
Of course. All right. So you're going to point to one of these 2 cards and go ahead and point to one of them. All right. I'm going to read this one to you after you read this one to me.
Okay.
And we're going to play the prompt game.
A time I unintentionally hurt someone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing coming to mind is my child. Gosh, it's like vividly coming. And he was fine, okay? Nobody needs to come after me.
Yeah, thanks for
Statute of limitations, he's fine. He was less than a year old for sure. And I lived in a house that it was this old Midwestern house that had like kind of the split level kind of thing. And so there was a little area that had like 3 stairs to get from one level to the next. And I had sat him on the bottom of those 3 steps. And I was taking care of some laundry. I had my back to him. And sure enough, he just plopped down and he kind of got a little bit of a bloody nose, but nothing was broken. Nothing was really even scratched. He just must have bopped himself just hard enough. And I felt so terrible because I just turned away and it is true what they say, parents say, something terrible can happen in the blink of an eye. And it is true. But, he was fine. He was shaken up. So he had to do the whole hold him and, comfort, but yeah, that's.
I'm glad he was okay.
Yeah. Emotional scarring is a whole different other thing. But
yeah, we don't have to get into it.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I'm glad you went with the physical part.
Yes, right. Okay, you ready for yours?
Yes.
All right. Oh, this will be good. Okay, Maria, an experience that shaped who I am that few people know about.
Oh my gosh. Ooh. I'm like.
And you've already revealed so much about, like,
I know.
your background that.
I know. I'm like, how much do I want to share?
Yeah, right. And you don't have to do more than you
okay.
want. Or.
So, yeah, you like hold me down. Y'all, this got real intense. No, I'm just kidding. I guess like something that's coming to my mind is, and maybe it's because we're talking so much about like comedy and stuff. Mm-hmm. Growing up, my mom said that I could not go to sleep without the television.
Okay.
And I watched I Love Lucy and Gilligan's Island every single night. And so it was on TV Land, and I had this tiny little TV in my room. And yeah, I watched it every single night. And I know I didn't go very deep there, but
it makes sense.
Yeah, I watched a lot of I Love Lucy, and I think that I don't I don't really tell people that I watched that every night. That was not very deep. I feel like I could have shared something way better.
Fine. No, that was good. I mean, it's funny. You've got the influence of Lucille Ball and Lily Tomlin, who are very like sweet ladies. Sweet ladies. Good Lord, what am I? Sweet women. As far as the characters they portrayed, a lot of time. Although Lily could be a little bit raunchy, I think she was capable of that.
I would not consider myself raunchy.
Right. No. But I'm just saying, like, kind of a...
Maybe a show or two. Depending on the content.
Yeah. I don't know where I'm going with this myself. It's just, it makes sense. It tracks to me that these would be two influences in your comedy life. And then the SNL, if you liked SNL, just kind of the goofball sketch, and that had to be, PG. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sometimes masquerading an R rating every once in a while.
Yeah.
But, what are some of your favorite, or what is, I'm going to put you on the spot again, what is like a favorite memory you have of doing improv?
It's funny. I mean, definitely going to New York City with Loverboy for Del Close Marathon.
Wow.
Before the pandemic. That was really special because it was my first time ever in New York and getting to go all together. And I think, let me emphasize, like, especially like not only building such strong relationships in my life, like in my adulthood, but like especially the strong female connections that I've made. It's so crucial in my life. It's given me like power and strength to accomplish so many other things that I don't think I ever would have been able to do outside of comedy. And yeah, it might be hard to explain, but I yeah, I think that it's without those relationships in my life, and that comes from Loverboy, from Big Fart, from Fuck This Week, from so many things, for Garage.
Yeah.
Having those strong female relationships in my life are huge. And, you know, the another memory, like one other thing about those strong relationships, it's like with that special, and I'm sure, like, you know, I know Danny's touched on this. I mean, I listened to your conversation with her, but it's like, it's like something that makes Big Fart so fun. It's like, yeah, we genuinely enjoy hanging out with each other, and we kind of joke all the time. Like when we hang out all the time, but like sometimes we're like, you know, we should just like turn the camera on and capture what we're doing sometimes, and like make this some content. Yeah, because it's like then we're kind of like, you know, doing two things at once. Right. But also it's like, you know, I think that it shows so much on stage when we're together about like our chemistry, because we have so much fun together, and it's just constant laugh and joy. But to answer your question, one thing is coming to my mind. And, you know, my mom is one of the funniest people I know. And she came to her first Loverboy show that she saw, because she lives in Virginia. But she said, it's so funny because like my mom is actually kind of raunchy. Oh, not me. I would not consider myself raunchy, but I would consider my mom. Anyway, I was like, you know, after the show, and it was at the old Black Box Cold Town. Off airport, and I said, you know, we're outside, and I'm like, hey mom, you know, what'd you think of the show? She's, oh, I thought it was great. I thought you could have gotten to that box of dildos a little quicker, but I thought it was a great show.
Oh my god.
And I was just like, oh my god. And it's like most parents, I feel like when they see their kid do improv, they're like, this is what you're spending your money on.
Right.
And like instead my mom is like, you know, making a joke about our show, giving us notes, unsolicited advice. It was so funny. But it's like, also, it's like valid. That note was actually pretty good. Like, you're right, Mom. We do hear that we should get to the thing quicker. But it was so funny. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah. Anyway.
When did you join Garage?
Oh my gosh, almost a year, I guess. April will be a year. So I haven't been a part of Garage for that long, but I feel like I've guested with them for quite a bit.
That seems to be the thing.
Yeah. And I've known everyone in Garage for so long.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're so lovely. Yeah.
It's such a fun show.
And it's such a fun format. It's like I feel like you don't get to do a monopop that often.
Yeah. And
yeah, I love the format.
Yeah. If I could stay awake past a certain time, I would come way more often.
Yeah.
Because it is it's my top 2 of the shows that I like to go see regularly.
Yeah. I mean, we played at a wedding one time. Oh like, it's so fun. You know what I mean? We were like all mic'd up and
wow. Yeah. Wow.
And that was such a fun experience. So that was a great experience doing improv. Loverboy once played at an Austin Film Festival event one time.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, for like a Waiting for Guffman screening. Wow. So that was really cool. We did like improv beforehand, so it was like on a much larger stage.
Ooh. Is that nerve-wracking at all?
Yeah, a little bit, but it's like, again, it's like when you're with
your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I get a lot more nervous when I'm doing sketch beforehand, just because it's all prepared and you're like, are they going to like what I've prepared?
Yeah. Other than Big Fart, are there other sketch projects that you do?
With Character Matters. I've been doing the Character Matters show at Cold Town Theater. That happens once a month. I've been doing that for almost a year.
Okay. And what is the idea? Are you bringing a new character every?
Yeah, just about, yeah.
Do you have
or returning characters. Yeah, I really like Tech Tips with Tammy.
Okay.
Yeah, she wears a day guard, so she has a little bit of a lisp.
Okay.
But yeah, she's just gives really great tech tips, and they're kind of useless and pointless. But
Love it.
yeah, she's really great. And it's kind of like she's giving a TED talk almost all the time.
Yeah.
She takes her job very seriously. And yeah. And I have brought a few of my characters from my one-woman show I did back in 2017 to that. And that's been fun to see that they still have legs. Which kind of just goes to show, like, when you're writing about something you really care about, it kind of shows that, wow, okay, that it can really shape something into something.
Yeah, because at this point, that's almost 10 years old.
I know. That's weird.
And they can grow and evolve.
And you can make changes to it and make it more relevant to today. Yeah. Yeah, because I had this, one of my favorites that I brought back was a wedding guest. And it's a silent sketch.
Okay.
And because the whole premise of that one-woman show were like kind of, jobs or tasks that people have that no one really wants, but someone has to do it. So that's why it was called Someone Has To. But it was the wedding guest just kind of it's like kind of like those jobs or tasks at a wedding that people hand out to someone to just be a part of the wedding, because you kind of have to have that person be a part of the wedding. Like, hey, stand by the guest book and have people put their name in the guest book. But no one really needs to stand there. But this person just kind of is like ruining the wedding. So like they spill wine on the guest book or they like ruin the cake at the end. Yeah.
Did you find it challenging to write a silent sketch?
Absolutely not. And I think, again, tying it back to like Lucille Ball, it's like, I find
you can watch that on mute.
Yeah. It's like, what is it that I like about it? Like, okay, well, I love a lot of times people are like, oh, Maria, your character work or something. Like, okay, well, it's a lot of people may not know this, but I also like, doing straight characters too. And like, if you know me really well, like, you know that I have a little tiny code Tony at home that says like outstanding straight character.
Ooh, nice.
Since we're talking about me. But so like shout out Bob McNichol. And so I really like, my point with that is like I really like reacting or facial expressions and challenging myself with that. So I always find that really fascinating to get that opportunity to just react.
Yeah.
So that's why I loved writing that silent sketch. Like, how can I do that? Like, okay, let's add, someone standing next to the bride or not sitting down in the wedding. Like, what's funny about that? Like, okay.
Yeah.
So.
And leaning into, I am a baby improviser, but one of the things that through coaching or classes that is constantly harped on is object work and conveying, what is happening without words.
Yeah.
Or doing the object work and then having a conversation that has nothing to do with the object work and making that be very clear to the audience. So it's almost like, or it is, that your improv background and experiences also lend themselves to being able to do that kind of silent sketch development.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes me think of like playing pool, It's like, I don't know why, but it's like there's that exercise of like, okay, play pool, but don't talk about it. Stephanie Thorson taught me that exercise of like when coaching, like have people like play pool. And
Yep.
doing improv. Yeah, I love that one. It's one of my favorites. Yeah.
All right. Let's spend some time talking about Big Fart, because in my conversations with Ariel, with Danny, there is so much affection for this group.
Yes.
And I, would like to give you the platform to gush about how great. I know you already have.
Yeah, a little bit.
But, gosh. And then we're going to talk about last year's award-winning sketch and your take on that whole experience of bringing that to life and performing it at ATX. ATX Sketch Fest. I can't say it. Sketch Fest.
Oh boy, moms. That's the one.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I just love Big Fart. So me, Danny Gonzalez, Molly Moore, Ariel Wesley, and Zaria Coleman. All in Big Fart. I remember when our name was like originally made, like it was like the text chat, and Danny was like, okay, like we're submitting to the throwdown, like what's our name? What's our name? And like, we're all like going about our day or what have you, like, and then I just look at from my experience, from my point of view, like I see the phone and it's like, by the time I'm seeing the message, I just see like, what's the name going to be? Silence. And then I see like Molly chimed in like, I don't know, Big Fart. And then like nobody responded. Like Danny's like, okay, Big Fart. And then like, I just go, no. And Danny's like, it's too late. I already submitted. So like we were all like joking around like no. So and then we like won that throwdown, and then we kind of just leaned into the name, and then we're like, oh, I guess we gotta like keep doing this. And then we just did like another throwdown, and we like won that, and then we were like, gotta do this again. And then we like won something else, and then we ended up doing like a sketch show, and then we won that. And then so we just like kept doing these things that we were winning and getting our name out there. And then people kept saying like, Big Fart, Big Fart. So we're like, okay, well, I guess we're like really leaning into this Big Fart thing. So I just thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
It's the best. And then like, farts are so funny.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that we've all been in the community for so long. We've all hung out with each other and been there for each other for many years. And, Molly and I and Danny as well, we've done Midnight Society for years. And then we're in Garage together. Zaria, Ariel, Molly, and I feel like we've probably done other troops together. So it's just, so many things overlap with all of us, and we're always hanging out. And then we started doing the karaoke nights together.
Karaoke.
And we take our karaoke very seriously. Like we have like a cue system that we follow.
Whoa.
So yeah, you respect the cue.
Oh man.
We should honestly get that like that should be like patented, like respect the cue.
What's your preferred venue?
If that's not I really like secret. Common Interest.
Okay.
But I feel like they need to refresh their songs.
Oh, okay.
But I really like the vibe of Common Interest, just like because like their rooms are super chill, and they got glizzies, the hot dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like $7 for a hot dog. Yeah, it's really cheap. I mean, like fully toasted.
Okay. I was gonna say $7 for a hot dog.
No, it's pretty. No, it's like
it's not like Sam's
pretty good size
Sam's
and
Club
yeah,
kinda.
And they've got good bar food. Yeah, pretty simple, easy. And I also like Highball. They've got a pretty good selection, but their drinks be pricey, so you never know.
Yeah.
It's like if you just want like a topo, I feel like it's gonna be pricey. If you get, sometimes that's annoying. And yeah. What's the other thing with Big Fart? I could just gush about it all the time.
Yeah, that's
I really
what
could.
I
I mean, we
like.
go bowling. We do so much together.
Yeah.
I feel like I spend more time with Big Fart than I do my husband.
Oh.
This is going to sound so bad. Ian, I love you. But yeah, Loverboy, like we're always trying to spend time together. And then even like Ian and I did during the mini snow freeze we had, we did a like Lord of the Rings marathon, and the whole time Ian was like, can you tell Big Fart to come over? And it was really funny.
Aww.
And I loved that my husband was like asking for Big Fart,
great.
and I was like, okay, that's really sweet.
It is sweet.
Yeah, it's like the comfort of Big Fart. Yeah.
And is he in like the performance arena at all?
No.
So he's like an outsider looking at all these things that you're doing.
Yeah, he's super supportive. It's sweet. And yeah.
So tell me about Boy Moms.
Boy Moms. Yeah, I love the way Big Fart writes and gets together and writes. You know, I'm a big fan of a word cloud, but I don't know why I said that.
I support you in
Yeah,
that because
thank
I do
you.
like a good
I just
word cloud.
I do too.
It's very effective.
Yeah. But no, so Boy Moms, I love the original. I gotta say, I really love the original. And then last year when we brought it back, I was like, are people gonna like that we're bringing this back? But I could not believe that it still it still survived. And I also loved the support of bringing in our sons, and that everyone was down to play our sons.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the fact that people were like, "Oh yeah, absolutely, we'll play your sons." Like, we'll be, and we're like, "Really?" You're like, "Okay, cool, that's great, thank you, thank you so much." Like, I love when we get to have guests, you know, surprise guests in our sketches. That's the best. But the idea that, I mean, I feel like Boy Moms is just so relevant because, I mean, I don't want to be topical, but like, look at Victoria Beckham right now. Like, you know,
Right.
I mean, it's just like, you know, Boy Moms is always going to be a thing.
Yeah.
You know, people love, you know, moms love their sons.
I have
Come
a son.
on. Yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
Respect. Yeah.
Yeah. Not to the extent
Sure.
depicted in the,
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. Yes. I like roll my shoulders back. I'm like,
Yeah, you're
of course not. Yes, of course. You have boundaries. Yes. But yeah, we seriously were like, how can we keep getting, you know, comfortable with the uncomfortable? Like, how can we keep getting, how can we keep making it worse?
Right.
And then we kept doing it.
Yeah. Well, certainly as an audience member, and I think the one and only time that I've ever seen it is at last year's Sketchfest, is the magic that all of you have with each other is a huge part of it.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, my favorite is hearing an audience, like the audience squirm or say something of like, no. I mean, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, and it's what we learn in the very beginning, even with improv. It's just like, if we're having fun, nothing else matters. And it's like when Big Fart's rehearsing and when we're getting together, all we're doing is having a good time.
Yeah.
And like, that's what we're focused on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a blast.
Right. Right.
So yeah, we just we got to keep trying to make more content. I'm sure Danny will probably push to make like another boy, like let's do Boy Moms again. Like, how can we make it again? But the Romeo and Juliet, I mean, I'm a romantic. So when we were doing Romeo and Juliet, I was all for it.
Yeah.
And then the fact that it was Boy Moms was just hilarious. But yeah.
Okay. Well, and I think I talked to Ariel first, and I don't know that we got into the weeds that much, but I think with Danny more about, well, are you going to come back for Sketchfest? And it's like, well, I guess maybe.
Yeah,
but you
we're
guys
kind of
really
just
like to hang together.
We do.
And that's like the primary.
I'm gonna say, as my producer brain will say yes, and then do we have anything on the books? No. My producer brain will say absolutely, just because I don't want us to drop anything. But well, is Big Fart still hanging out? 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, everybody got together like last night.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't make it because I got stuck at work, but everyone else did. But yeah, so I'm sure we'll still be putting out some content there.
Yeah, yeah.
If anything else, we're all friends.
I mean, what more could you ask for? Oh, wait, which one? Which one? Friendship. Is there anything else on the improv horizon for you?
Let's see. I mean, I'm doing the How High Are You?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been that's such a fun show.
Yeah.
And the character matters. And yeah. Other than just like more sketch, and I'd love to do some like voiceover work or something. But yeah. Just trying to do like, more content, I guess. And dream big,
Yeah.
But I don't have anything really on the books other than the regular programming.
Yeah.
That I can think of.
Okay. Character Matters is monthly.
Yes, that's monthly. Along with
is monthly.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't think I'm forgetting anything else.
Yeah. That's a lot. You're very busy.
Yeah.
You're basically performing almost every night of the week.
No.
Rehearsing? No?
Am
well,
I?
I guess.
What's my schedule?
Well, okay.
You haven't.
No.
Am I? I did have a lot this week.
Monday, you got Fuck This Week. And then Thursday, Garage. You're probably rehearsing on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then I guess maybe on the weekends you're hanging out with Big Fart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing the Whose Slide Is It Anyway tomorrow night.
Oh.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I've never done that show before. We're doing like a little Fuck This Week collab.
Oh, neat.
So that'll be fun. Yeah. I do love starting my week with Fuck This Week. I feel like it's such a fun way to kickstart the week.
Yeah.
And, an 8 p.m. show is not that bad. Even that extra 30 minutes makes a difference.
Yeah.
I will say.
I know our show just got bumped from 8 to 8:30, and I'm like terrified because I literally am usually in bed by 8:30.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, but it's monthly. It's a monthly show, so I can just prepare for it to be that late. But I did tell Holly that keep an eye out for 7:00 shows for us. You had a brainstorm. Did you remember something else?
I did.
Okay.
Could you this question? But it's okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, in that case. Let's see. Oh, okay. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about this reputation that you have of like being kind of a?
Is that a Like, I mean, for real? I don't know. I wish I could ask like the audience.
Yeah,
phone
in.
I
mean, just you come on stage and you seem innocent, but then you kind of throw in something.
I had no idea.
I don't know. Maybe that's just my impression.
Wow.
Yeah. And definitely not raunchy. Naughty. Like
naughty.
Naughty. Yeah.
Now I'm going to be like reeling it in. Oh my gosh. I'm going to I feel like I'm going to go ask like Dave Buckman, like, am I raunchy? Because like I'm going to, because he was, fun fact, he was like he was like my teacher like 5 times.
Wow.
Yeah. Growing up. Yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like I get the biggest thing is probably like my voices or my facial expressions. I feel like are probably the but
but I think too what feeds into it, and now I feel like I have more insight because I feel like I've been kind of hovering and talking to so many of you that are in this Fuck This Week Garage Come At Me universe, that it's now starting to just make sense that it's not about me in the audience at all. You're trying to be a goof with your scene partners.
Yeah. Also, like with so many of my shows, we rely on the audience and what they're telling us and sharing with us. So sometimes it just depends on like what show you're seeing, like what they've given us too.
Yeah.
But I guess that's like not necessarily true because I can make it whatever we want it to be.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I love laughing. And I feel like that's, there's nothing else we can do but do that. You. So that's all we have. Nice. That was good.
Okay. Are you ready for your closing question?
Yeah.
One word to describe your future.
Lived.
We can hope.
Yeah. Probably because I watched Bridgerton. So it was like the new season where they're like, life is meant to be lived. It's like, oh, you're so right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just keep living, I hope I live it.
Yeah. That's the goal. Ultimate goal.
Whatever's thrown at me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as a longtime improviser, you're good with that, right?
Oh, yeah. I hope so.
For. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Long-time improviser. I feel like I don't look at myself like that.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, gosh, it has been a long time. Yeah. Yeah. I just feel like I'm still learning, but I guess we all are. But
yeah, I think we're always.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, what could you possibly learn from me? But yeah, totally. I get it.
Okay. Well, that is a wrap on Comedy Wham Presents Maria Pond. Maria, tell us where we can find you on social media, and if you want to rattle off your projects, go for it.
Yeah. On Instagram. I don't know why I feel like I'm changing my voice now. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Maria Lily Pond. That's MariaLilliPond. And I felt like I had to spell it because Lily is spelled with an I. I don't know why I explained that, but
it's always better to explain the
the joke. Yeah. Look, we brought it back.
Yeah,
Maria Lily Pond. I only have Instagram. Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Oh God, I just said sorry, not sorry. Great. That's how I'm ending it. Awesome. Perfect.
Fuck This Week.
Yeah, Fuck This Week on Mondays at 8. Garage. Thursdays 8:30. Fallout Theater. And Character Matters at the once a month at Gold Town.
We'll
I forget.
it out.
Yeah,
Just
I think it's like Saturday or something. And then Hi, how are you? Here at Fallout Theater. The first Friday of every month.
Oh, okay.
I think is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 p.m. And there's free pizza at that. So it's super cool. Mm-hmm.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, it's a fun show.
Wow. Okay.
Super fun.
Okay. Very good. Well, we hope you've enjoyed learning about how Maria got to be the comedic genius that you heard today just as much as I have. This has been Comedy Wham Presents Maria Pond. I'm Valerie, and that's been funny. Thank you, Maria.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hey.